You know that feeling when you look like you've all got it together on the outside, but inside you're just like, meh. You're showing up to work, you're taking care of everybody else, but life has started to feel very dull and lifeless and joyless. The spark is gone, and peace feels like a luxury that you cannot afford right now. That's exactly why I wanted to start this conversation called Coming Back to Life. So, Summer, is this again about needing more pressure or creating another to-do list? No. This is just a reminder to stop a minute, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that life can feel meaningful again. With that in mind, I want to introduce three members of my community, KFC, Connections and Fab Collabs, not the chicken place. Three people who are doing incredible work helping other people reconnect with themselves. Let me start with Ramona Crabtree-Faulkner. What I appreciate about Ramona is she speaks to a very modern problem. So many people right now are running on fumes. They're running empty. We are overstretched, emotionally worn down. We are trying to keep functioning as best as possible as if nothing is wrong. Ramona helps people take a pause and reclaim their life and energy. This is so important because a lot of people don't even realize how disconnected we are feeling from our own individual selves until a time comes when we hit a wall. What I love about Ramona's work is she gives people permission to stop glorifying depletion. Ramona helps people go a different way. She invites them to pause, to breathe, to notice things, to reset, and return back to themselves and return to themselves with compassion. That I think is profound wisdom. And that I think is how people start healing their relationships with life. When you reclaim your energy, you start thinking more clearly and responding wisely. And then there's Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc teaches people to live their best life. And I think that's a call to live with intention. So many of us are technically living, but we are not fully inhabiting our own lives. We are going through motions, carrying responsibilities, meeting expectations from other people, but truly we're not feeling aligned with who we are, or we don't know where we are going. Jean-Luc points people back to their purpose, to peace, to direction, to endless possibilities. What stands out to me is that Jean-Luc seems to remind people that life is not meant to be lived in permanent inner conflict. There can be peace, there can be joy, there can be a sense of fulfillment that would fit in with your life better. There can be a sense that your life fits you better than it used to before. That's a big deal. When someone begins to reconnect with purpose and peace, they start making choices from their own truth. They begin to feel like they can create a life which is less like survival and more like thriving. And then we have Jenny Alinora. She teaches people to bring joy back into their lives, joy and play. I love this because joy is one of the first many things that adults quietly lose. Because life gets serious, responsibilities pile up, and stress becomes a normal thing. Play disappears. Creativity gets pushed to the side. And before long, joy starts to feel like something extra, something optional, something that you might get around to doing later when everybody else is taken care of. But Jenny says, no, joy matters now. What I find powerful about Jenny's work or message is she does not treat joy like a silly little bonus. She treats it like a real human need. Joy brings color back, restores your energy, opens up creativity, softens what has become too tight inside of us. And in many ways, joy is not different from healing. Joy is a part of healing. When Jenny helps people bring back joy into their lives, she's also bringing them back to wholeness, wholesomeness. She's helping them remember that being alive is not about coping, it's more about feeling, creating, laughing, and fully experiencing the goodness that really exists within them. Now, why did I tag these three members of KFC together? Ramona, Jean-Luc, and Jenny? Because you'll see the common thread here if it's not very clear yet. All three people help people come back to life. Ramona helps people reclaim energy. Jean-Luc helps people reconnect with their purpose and peace. Jenny helps people recover joy, energy, purpose, peace, and joy. So these are not random nice ideas. These are pieces of a life that should feel whole. That's why this theme matters a lot to me. Coming back to life means returning to the truest parts of yourself that got buried under stress, under burnout or disappointment or distractions or responsibilities. It's a lot about remembering who you are when you're not just reacting to life. And honestly, this is one of the reasons why I believe so strongly in KFC, Connections and Fab Collabs. Connections and Fab Collabs is not just a place where people show up to promote what they do and disappear. It's a community where you get to meet people, real good people, doing real work that changes lives. You get exposed to wisdom, fresh perspectives, genuine connections that can move you personally, professionally, beyond what you can do alone. So, if this conversation spoke to you, if you have been craving more purpose or more peace, more joy, love in your life, or you just simply want a sense of coming back to yourself, KFC is a beautiful place to be at. Come join us. Come meet people like Ramona, Jean-Luc, and Jenny. Come and be a part of conversations that matter.